We all know that if we eat too much junk food every day, we won't be in good health. If we don't eat enough, we might be starving. We know that having a balanced diet has a positive impact on our health, yet 80% of people don't focus on eating properly for various reasons. You might as well have heard this quote, "We are what we eat," by German philosopher Feuerbach, who suggested that the food one eats has an influence on one's state of mind. But what about the thoughts we have? What about the tons of content we consume day and night on our screens? Are we aware of what we feed our minds? Can we treat our minds in a similar way we treat our stomach? The moment we wake up, our minds start to think, and that very first thought has the power to rule our whole day. If we wake up with a positive thought, our day is radiant and happy. And if we are unlucky to wake up with a negative thought, it will seem that our whole day will be ruled by a series of unlucky and frustrating events that will ruin our day. And we try to justify our bad day by using the expression of waking on the wrong side of the bed and making that expression a real deal. But where does the expression waking up on the wrong side of the bed come from? It takes its roots from ancient Rome, when Romans were careful to always get up from the correct side of the bed to ensure good luck would follow them through their days. If they got up the left foot forward or from the wrong side of the bed, they believed that this action would bring them bad luck. You may have heard a number of similar superstitions, and we believe that the more you give importance to these superstitions, the more you make them real. That's the same thing as luck. If you believe you are lucky, you will be, and if you believe you aren't, you will find yourselves extremely unlucky. Why and how is this so? Remember our previous episode on vibration and frequency, where we explained that thoughts have a particular vibration. Indeed, there are thoughts having higher vibrations and thoughts having lower vibrations. Happy thoughts have higher vibrations than sad thoughts having lower vibrations. We can compare thoughts to light and heavy foods. Lighter foods such as fruits and veggies are quicker to digest and provide us with cleaner energies and vitamins. Heavier foods are usually fatty or oily foods, which tend to make us more tired. This is because, like thoughts, food have high and low vibrations, and those who smartly select what comes through their mouths are those who would be lighter and in better health than those who don't. They are having a balanced diet. Same goes with thoughts. We can have a balanced diet, and you'll see how beneficial it can be for you, and how fast you can manifest a better life for you if you have a proper mental diet in place. To improve your mental diet, you must first start to be aware of your thought stream. In Vadim Zeland's book, Tufti the Priestess, Life Stroll Through a Movie, we learn that the world is made up of two screens. One inner screen, which is our mind and our inner thoughts, and an outer screen, which is the reality in which we live in. Back when we were kids, adults taught us to look at them, keep our attention on particular things, on reality, instead of our imagination. Focusing on either makes us asleep. When you are focused on your thoughts, or when you are focused on an object, or when someone is speaking in your reality, you are asleep. As in fact, there are no difference between the reality and our daydreams. Both are dreams, and our consciousness is the only true reality. Focusing our attention somewhere in the middle of the two screens is when we start to be awake, according to the Dean. I'm going to read an excerpt from The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle to help you understand this particular point. Glimpses of love and joy or brief moments of deep peace are possible whenever a gap occurs in the stream of thought. For most people, such gaps happen rarely and only accidentally, in moments when the mind is rendered speechless, sometimes triggered by great beauty, extreme physical exertion, or even great danger. Suddenly, there is inner stillness, and within that stillness, there is a subtle but intense joy. There is love. There is peace. Maybe you are being taken advantage of. Maybe the activity you are engaged in is tedious. Maybe someone close to you is dishonest, irritating, or unconscious. But all this is irrelevant. Whether your thoughts and emotions about this situation are justified or not makes no difference. The fact is that you are resisting what is. You are making the present moment into an enemy. You are creating unhappiness, conflict between the inner and the outer. Your unhappiness is polluting not only your own inner being and those around you, but also the collective human psyche, of which you are an inseparable part. The pollution of the planet is only an outward reflection of an inner psychic pollution. Millions of unconscious individuals not taking responsibility for their inner peace. I have learned to offer no resistance to what is. I have learned to allow the present moment to be and to accept the impermanent nature of things and conditions. Thus, I have found peace. This was an excerpt from Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, at pages 20, 77 and 187. In the Bible, Jesus says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things shall be given unto you." Matthew 6, verse 33. This is the major part of action that we need to do so as to put our lives back where we want it to be. This middle between the inner and outer screen, when we are at silence, at peace, is what Jesus called the kingdom of God. Forget all definition you have heard in church. The Bible in itself is clear. The kingdom of God is within you. Focus on it. You are much more powerful than you thought you were. Are you still with me? Please leave a comment in the comment section below. Get the right image in your mind. Put your faith in it. Visualize them. See them as already yours. The quality of your thoughts is a measure of your power. As with all food diets, mental diets also have recipes, and here's my own recipe for my mental diet that has been tested and is 100% effective. Based on my own experience, there are 5 steps or stages for your mental diet to become effective. Stage 1 is when you learn to meditate and clear your mind. You quite immediately feel calm, and your problems seem less important or even inexistent. Then you start to understand that this calm, you need to fill it in with something else. See the parable of the clean house by Jesus in the Bible. Fill it with positive ideas. You read Neville Goddard. You start to understand the state akin to sleep, or SATS. You heard about the law of assumption or the law of attraction coaches and start to understand what the vortex is or what the feeling as the secret is. Now you arrive at the second stage. Your 3D doesn't really change. You feel frustrated, so you have a choice. You see synchronicity. Often you see triple number 2 or triple number 2 followed by 7, which usually means that you should choose God. But you don't understand what that means. Does it mean that it is a bridge of incidents and you should make a choice in the 3D? Then as you up your mind work, you start to understand that it does mean to trust God and put all your issues on Him. At this third stage, your 3D starts really slowly to change. For me, it means that you have favor and things start to move in your favor, but your big manifestations are out there already. At stage 4, you start to tweak here and there and start to strictly follow the mental diet day after day, feeding your mind with positive content such as this one and teachings about the law of assumption, and putting them into practice day and night. And then we arrive at the final stage, stage 5. Your faith comes naturally, and out of the blue, you see 1, then 2, then multiple manifestations happening in your lives. Your higher self will try to tell you where you are situated, and in my case, it came through dreams. Just before my issues started, I had recurrent dreams of broken lifts, a room full of spiders spinning webs everywhere, or inside a house, or a shopping mall, in a type of maze not being able to get out, and this translated quickly into similar issues in my 3D. Trapped financially, then people whom I love got stuck into health issues and in relationship issues. Connecting back to the God within, I had 2 dreams on 2 consecutive days. The first day, I could get rid of a spider web without seeing the spiders, but I was conscious that I was in the web and I could quite easily get out of quite a thick web. Then the next day, I could quite clearly see the 3 spiders, which are exactly the 3 issues I currently had, and I could see the spiders crawling out and leaving me. After dreams, I started having hunches that I started to follow more and more, and they all proved to be true and accurate. These hunches helped me to take precise actions towards my goals, therefore saving me much time and energy of wasting my time in actions that wouldn't bring me anywhere. I gradually started to remember who I am and the God living within. He who creates evil creates the good, the weal and the woe, the light and the darkness. He who kills is he who makes alive, and he who wounds is he who heals, and there is no other God. If you really believe you are the one spoken of here, that it is you who create the evil, the good, the weal and the woe, that none can deliver out of your hand, then you are set free. You will never again believe in another, but know that your life is self-created, that you create the storms as well as the peace and the calm. No longer will you believe he, she, or they did it, for you will recognize them as reflections mirroring either the storm or the peace and calm within you. That was a quote from Neville. Jesus said, "Do you love me? Feed my sheep." We all know the story where when you were unable to find sleep, you are told to count the sheep. But why is that? Sheep corresponds to ideas in your head that rumble and mumble and sometimes become way too noisy. Counting them gives them your attention. Giving them your attention is giving them love. Like in the double slit experiment, they aren't in chaos anymore. They are orderly, as you would expect when counting them. Imagine how could you count them if they were running in all directions. You count the sheep while they look at you and you are their shepherd. You become the loving Christ. Thank you all of you who stayed till the end of this episode. This one was a bit more personal, so I really hope that you liked it. Please don't forget to subscribe and click on the like button to recommend this video to more people.